possible presence of UFOs, not just in the United States, but we're talking about around the world, amid last week's historic Capitol Hill testimony. 3 whistleblowers talking to lawmakers. In Mexico, The Sun is now reporting people seeing a mysterious flying disc-shaped object with a bright halo in the night sky. All of this as we await a report on UFOs from NASA. We expect that to come out sometime this month. Joining us now from London is the founder and editor-in-chief of the Liberation Times and senior contributing journalist at the Daily Mail, Christopher Sharp. Chris, thanks for being with us. So the White House seems to be criticizing those who are going against these possible sightings and the possibility. Does this indicate a significant shift from federal authorities here in the States on this?
Yes, there is a real shift occurring now. The White House realizes that this is a real thing. After the February shootdowns over Alaska and other states, they set up an interagency team led by Jake Sullivan. And my sources already also told me that the recent Chuck Schumer amendment proposed for the National Defense Authorization Act was done in coordination with the White House. And that included language of basically repossessing craft in private hands, which were of unknown origin or non-human origin. So, yeah, this is getting real pretty quickly.
Yeah, picking up a lot of momentum. Senator Schumer wants to declassify documents related to UFOs, one of the efforts. Your reporting also confirmed, Christopher, that multiple Tic Tac UFOs were tracked around that same time in 2004 that one of the witnesses testified about. Tell me more about what you have uncovered.
Correct, yes. So we were able to break news that sensor platforms had tracked UAP above 80,000 feet in that incident, in that series of events, before we had known that the maximum of the Spy 1 radar that picks it up from the USS Princeton had tracked them at their maximum tracking height of 80,000 feet. So actually having confirmation that 1, they were tracked by other sensors, and 2, that they were tracked above 80,000 feet, suggests that the US government knows a hell of a lot more that they're letting on to when it comes to these 2004 events, and possibly opens up the possibility as well that these things were actually coming from space. And when I asked Ronald Moultrie, the Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security, that question in December, he wouldn't comment in terms of any UAP potentially being tracked in the space domain, which I think is very, very telling.
And these other sightings, did they have the same flight pattern as the Tic Tac that the whistleblower testified about before lawmakers, that it stops midair and then takes off unexplained?
Yeah, I think the working assumption was that these are similar type craft. So what happened was the Princeton saw these things dropping down from 80,000 feet like snowflakes. They had to reset the radar system to make sure they weren't just seeing something which is a malfunction. And they kept on showing up. So basically, before an exercise was about to take place, the radar operator on board the Princeton was like, look, I can't send, we can't do exercises if we've got some unknown contacts out there. We need to see what they are. So that's when Commander Fravor was actually basically led towards the Tic Tac, which was just one of those objects. But there are a number of objects which was picked up by radar, which we could perhaps assume were similar objects with similar capabilities than the Tic Tac.
It's interesting. I'm anticipating this NASA development here in the next month or so, and what we learned from the latest report out of that organization. Christopher Sharp, thanks for your time on this. It's certainly caught a lot of folks' attention at the right time.
Thank you.